Shalom, family. This is Grammy Yah. You guys, I did it. I did it with the Most High's help, you guys. I am about to water bath can Watermelon Rind Preserves or jam, however you want to call it. You guys, I just want to let you know that this is a old recipe. My grandmother used to make this when I was a little girl. If she was living, I believe she would have been 100. Let me just tell you, as I was preparing this or making it last week, the recipe, it was just coming to me. And as it was coming to me, I was writing it down. So you guys, I've already tested it. And you know, with me, most of the times I test all my recipes before I bring it to you because I'm thinking about you and I want to bring you great product, okay? So only thing I can do is I don't have a lot of money, but I can give back to you in another way, okay, family? And you can give back to me by pressing that like, subscribe, and share button, okay, family? And that's all I ask. All right, so let me just tell you the benefits of it. And this is watermelon rind, you guys. This is the part that we throw away. This is the part that we don't eat that tastes nasty, okay? We try to eat all the red and throw the rest away. So with watermelon rind, do you see what color the rind is? And so you would think that your watermelon would come out maybe that color. And there's a lot of people in their mind, when you think about watermelon rind, they're looking for a nice red jar of watermelon preserve. But you're not going to get that because you're working with the rind. Okay, so let me just show you real quick and then I'm going to tell you the health benefits. This is one that I made last week, you guys. You see what color that is? And I contribute this color because I added cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla, but I'm going to give you the recipe and I will leave the recipe in the description box. Okay, so since I'm on the recipe, you're going to need 12 cups. I had to think about it. I have my paper right here. 12 cups of watermelon rinds, you guys, cut up in little pieces, okay? And you're gonna have to peel it, but I'm gonna show you how to peel it. You're going to need 5 cups of sugar. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of 100% lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a funnel, measuring spoons, jar lifter, a knife, and a pillar. But if you're good with a knife pilling, you don't need a pillar. Okay, so let me just give you the health benefits, you guys. The watermelon rind, it has vitamin C and vitamin A, vitamin B6, yes, potassium, amino acid, it's an antioxidant, and it's excellent for your heart. And it has that lycopene. And it has zinc. So look up the lycopene. Just Google it, you guys. You're going to be surprised at the health benefits of just the watermelon rind. Okay? So I already have 8 cups right here. I cut these up because I didn't want to make the video so long. And now I'm working on the last 4 cups. And see, and this is what you do. This is about how much you want on your watermelon rind, okay? As far as the red or the pink, whatever color you see. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to take, just like if you were peeling an apple, okay? We're just taking the rind off. Just like if you were peeling an apple. Just that simple. We're going to get all the green off. That's it. And so now what we're going to do is we're just gonna cut it in little cube-sized pieces. You're just gonna go down the middle and just chop. And you don't have to worry about them getting real small because they will cook down. And the reason why I'm starting with 12 because they will, 12 cups, because they will cook down. I used 12 cups last week and I winded up with 8-ounce jars, you guys. Yes. So, and we're going to use an immersion blender later on in the video. If you don't have an immersion blender, because some of the chunks still going to be kind of chunky, you don't have to use it. If you like chunks in your preserve or your jam, so be it. But if you don't have an immersion blender, you can always use a potato smasher, okay? So let me just show you the different size jars, all right? You can use the little 4-ounce jar. These are good for gifts if you want to gift someone some watermelon preserves. You have the 8-ounce jar. And then you also have this short, fat 8-ounce jar. I like this short, fat 8-ounce jar for the simple fact that it's easy to get the product out. So I'm probably going to be using these today. And then you can use a 12-ounce jar, which is, these are kind of hard to find, but this is a good jar. And some people use a 16-ounce jar, a pint-sized jar. So I say anything over 8 ounces, you need to water bath about extra 5 minutes. So with mine, and I'm using 8-ounce jars and smaller, I only have to water bath for 10 minutes, okay? So what I'm going to do is move all of this stuff out of my way. Because only thing we need right now is, 12 cups. Only thing we need right now is our 5 cups of sugar, okay? Perfect. 5 cups of sugar, you guys. And what we're going to do, we're going to take it and we're just going to stir in our sugar. And this is what's going to make our juice. Look at this. I remember eating watermelon candy looked like this a long, long time ago. Yeah, and so once you stir in your sugar, you're just gonna push it to the side. Probably in about an hour, this should be all melted down. Come back in about 30 minutes and stir it some more until all your sugar dissolves. I'm gonna just put a lid on it because I saw a fly. So if you want to put a lid on it, you can. All right, fam, here we go. It took about 30 minutes. So, hey, we cut out about 30 minutes. So let me show you all the juice. Look, that comes from the sugar, okay? Turn my heat on medium high, and I want this to come to a boil. Do you see how this is boiling? Yes. So we're going to have to come back and stir from time to time, you guys. I'm going to turn it on medium. But before it gets real hot, you can just take a little bit and just taste your juice, okay? And this is a long process, you guys, but it is well worth it. I'm turning my heat on medium. I'm going to put my lid back on it. I'm going to come back and check it probably in another 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll bring you back. But don't go nowhere because I'm going to open this in front of you guys and put it on some bread, okay? So I can tell you what it tastes like, and I can show you what it looked like after it set. All right? So this is well worth it, you guys. It's a long process, but there's nothing that you can compare this watermelon rind preserve to, okay? So you see how my pot is kind of full? When I bring you back, you're going to see that it has boiled down tremendously, and that's why I started out with 12 cups, because it's going to wind up giving me about 8-ounce jars. All right, family, it's been about an hour. Sometimes it doesn't take an hour, sometimes it does. It all depends on your stoves. If you look to see that your pieces are looking, the rind is looking translucent, they're ready. They're ready for the next step. So the next step is I will use my immersion blender to break down some of the pieces. I'm not going to get rid of all the pieces, just some, so it can be kind of smooth, but every now and then you're going to run into a nice chunk. And if you don't have an immersion blender, you can use a potato smasher. Here we go. All right, I'm going to stop it right here because I'm leaving some chunks. And it's still on medium, but I'm getting ready to turn it down to low, you guys. Be careful with that immersion blender because it will pop on you. So let me show you what I have now. It almost looked like applesauce. You see that? Okay. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, okay? Turn it a little dark. And I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I wish I had used the cinnamon first. Now this is wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 of the half teaspoon of cinnamon to make 1 whole teaspoon. Okay? Bam. And this is real. This is real live, y'all. So I'm not adding to anything. And lemon juice. Looking for my 1 tablespoon. Here it is. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, you guys, because we need that acid. Okay? Because this is going to be water bath can. That's your 3 tablespoons. I have my heat on low right now, you guys. So we're going to stir this all in. You see how far it came down? This is going to be some goodness. Once you get this all stirred in, you can taste it at this point to make sure you have enough sugar. But I think that 5 cups was dead on the money, you guys. Yes. For something that tastes bitter and don't taste like nothing, and to make some goodness. All right. So now I'm going to put my top back on it, and I'm going to bring it back up to medium and let it simmer for another 30 minutes. During this time, go ahead and set up your water bath canning pot, you guys. If you don't have a water bath canning pot and you have a pressure canner, you can use that for a water bath canner, okay? If you don't have a pressure canner or a water bath canning pot, you can use a big pot and put some type of rack at the bottom. If you don't have a rack to put at the bottom, You can always lay a rag down on the bottom and that would do it. We never want our jars to touch the bottom of our pots. So I'm gonna get my water bath canning pot set up. In about 30 minutes, we should be rocking and rolling. You want your pot to continue boiling like this. Okay? And this is going to get thick. All right? My jars are hot. My product is hot. Hot product go into hot jars, you guys. But let me just show you what this looks like. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see that goodness? All right. We pull out a couple jars. I'm using these 8-ounce jars, the low profile ones. Pull out about 3 of them. Hopefully I can get 8 or more. Okay, you need your funnel. You're going to ladle out. The Watermelon Rind Preserves. We want to leave a 1/4 inch headspace. 1/4 inch headspace. Here we go. 1/4 inch headspace. Add a little bit more to this one. Move this over. Add a little bit more to this one. All right, that looks good. And I take out 3 because I always have a place for my funnel to rest. All right, now we're just going to take a little bit of vinegar and we're going to wipe around our rims just in case if some of this sticky stuff got on the rims. Okay? And it is hot. Hot product, hot jars. All right? Put my lids on. I got my lids in hot water. But it's not scorching hot, but the water is hot. And put my lid on. Be careful, you guys, because this is hot. Fingertip tight. Fingertip tight. All right? Put this back into my canner. And I'm going to bring out a couple of more. All right, fam. My canner is loaded with 8 of the 8-ounce jars. But I have some left over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this 12-ounce jar, and this is going to go in the refrigerator. Yes. Okay. So I was able to get a jar to go in the refrigerator. I have my temperature on high, you guys, my water is boiling. I'm gonna drop my jars down in there. It's already boiling. Make sure that the water covers 1 to 2 inches over your jars. And I'm already at a rolling boil. Now, I'm just gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. Been 10 minutes, and then I let it sit here for 5 minutes. Now we wanna take our jars out. I've been hearing them seal. Hopefully all of them will seal. I didn't have any toast and I used the bottom of a hamburger bun, you guys. But I wanted to show you guys what it looked like, okay? I'm gonna open the one that I made last week. Look at that. Look at this. Okay? This is Watermelon Preserves. This don't have to be stiff, you guys. This is not jelly. So preserves can have a little run to it. And also jam. Okay? Jam on it. Yeah, you guys, here we go. Look at that. Look at that goodness right there. Look at that goodness. This is so good. This is so good, you guys. This is my first time tasting it on bread. I've tasted it like out of the pot and on a spoon. This is delicious. And for this to be watermelon rind, what we throw in the trash, it ought to be a law against this, for real. So what it tastes like? It tastes like apricot mixed with, I don't know, maybe the cinnamon gave it like a little applesauce. I know it has like the applesauce texture, but it is so delicious for something to go in the trash to come out to taste so good. You got to try this, family. Please do. I'm gonna leave everything in the description box. Everything I use. You're not gonna find this particular recipe out there. You guys, try this. This recipe came from like the 1800s when our people had to make do with what they had. They didn't throw anything away. Now I see why. I would love to know who was the one that thought of this. Please let me know if you are going to try this, and if you tried, please let me know that it was delicious. I love you guys. Y'all know I do. But guess what? I love the Most High more. Shalom.